Could awaken the
Someone just
guardian
said I
of
faked
Grulovia
being
and fulfill
sick
all
to
of my
continue
hopes and
watching
dreams?
Carl's stream.
Don't
That's
say.
messed up, guys. Don't do that. Do not do
Please
that.
excuse me. I don't want to miss this.
Carl.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
You know what's funny? That just reminded me. There was. This is so sad. I just thought this is actually kind of sad. Well, I don't know how old I was. I was like 14 probably. Yeah, probably 14 or 15. And I used to obviously I used to stay up all the time, like sneak on the computer and like stay on and be playing with like Nick or whatever, like in the middle of the night, and I'd be so tired, like come school, and I would fall asleep in school and whatever all the time. But there was multiple times where I was just like so tired that like I wanted to stay home, but like, you know, my dad would come over and be like, get up, like get out, you know, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. And then there was multiple times, I don't know how many times, it wasn't that many, but there was a couple times where I grabbed my backpack, like went out, like walked out, went into the garden and slept in the garden.
What?
just because I was so exhausted. I did not
Holy
want to go to school and pass out in school. And then I would just like act like I got home when I woke up. And then like obviously my parents knew that. And they probably thought I was like skipping, going to like a party or something, or like, nope, I'm literally in the garden.
Yeah.
In the garden.
I'm pretty sure I had like a blanket and pillow, but I think one time I did it and I didn't, and then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna put a blanket and pillow out there. I remember, I think it was like the third time or no, I think it was like the fourth time I did it. Like the gardener like came in or something, like when I was in there, and then like told my dad, and my dad came out and was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey! Father! Ow!
Was this in high school?
Please?
It's a plus.
No, this was in middle school.
Oh, I used to sleep in the playground a lot in elementary school during winter. I'd like bury myself in wood chips under the stairs. Make a nest.
Actually, this might have been high school. This might have been freshman year of high school.
Come over here.
Because the thing is, I only went to like, I wasn't in high school. Like I was only in real high school for like 1 year. So.
Oh, holy
No,
smokes.
not that one. This one.
That's so funny though.
Oh my god.
I don't know
we
why that
sleep
reminded me of that.
outside.
I literally haven't thought of that memory in like so long, but someone saying they faked being sick made me think like I remember I was just like, I just was so exhausted. It wasn't even like I want to skip school, and no, it was literally just like I am so exhausted. I'm gonna go to school and just pass out and be so embarrassed just sleeping in every single class. So I was
Dude,
like, screw it.
The only times that I've ever skipped school, my mom was aware of it. She told me, I had a rule with her where she didn't mind if I took a few days off a year, as long as I told her. That way I wouldn't skip school without telling her. Does that make sense?
Wait, that's
Yeah,
so sweet though.
I was a terrible kid. I wanted to go into
too.
online school, and I told my parents that, and then they didn't want to put me in online school, and I was like, but I can take more like electronics electives, and my school only had one, and it was literally just Word, like it was like learning Word, and I was like, I already know Word, and I was like,
yeah, because you're not 3.
Yeah, I just went like I was already like in I was coding HTML and flipping first year of middle school, and then I'm in the first year of high school, and I'm like I'm learning nothing. I want to do like computer science classes, and then so I told my parents that, and they were like, well, you know, you have to stay in school, blah blah, whatever. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna try the silent treatment. So I literally didn't talk to my parents. I only wrote on notes to them for like, I don't know how long it was. It was a long time though. It was like 3 weeks or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I only wrote on notes, and then I was saying, and then I kept saying, I would just write a note that said, I will talk to you once you put me in online school. And then that didn't work. So then I just stopped going to school. And then I didn't go to school for literally, I think, a month and a half until they put me in online school.
He really is a Leo.
And then I graduated early.
He's stubborn.
Cycle nuts? No.
Darling, we
cool,
saw
though.
you come out.
I do not recommend it.
That's an
I do not recommend that
Yeah, I just
whatsoever.
slept in school a lot. I got the superlative most likely to fall asleep in class. So now I'm in the yearbook sleeping. And I got sent to the principal office a lot for sleeping in class. To the point where teachers would just be like, why don't you let me sleep? You let Tina sleep. And they're like, it's Tina. I'll be like, oh, that's fucked.
Let me tell you.
So funny.
Let me tell you. I kind of had it made, okay? Because I was on the soccer team, and the soccer coach was the athletic director of the school in its entirety, right? And I was like his teacher's pet because he always let me start. Granted, I was good, but I was like, yeah, let me get that left wing spot, bro. Anyway, I was his teacher's pet, so he gave me like the keys to the vending machine, and I would help him stock the vending machine sometimes. So I would just tell my teachers, I was like, hey, can I go to the and the concession stand. I had the keys to the concession stand. I was like, hey, can I go to the vending machine? And they're like, yeah, but only if you bring back a Dr. Pepper. I'll be like, okay. And then I'll just go to the concession stand and sit in the concession stand every single class for one of the years. I would just sit in the concession stand and just like eat Oreos with like whipped cream and just eat that. Just fantastic. I would just sit in there. And then I would come back and be like, I know you only asked for one Dr. Pepper, but here's 2 to keep you going through the day. And then my teachers would be like, thank you, Carl. Don't worry that you missed the entire fucking class.
It's so funny.
Dude, education, man.
What the
it's
heck?
It's not real.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
He's a teacher's pet.
I never liked school. It was mostly like my thought on school wasn't at all about like I don't know, like most people would have other reasons like for not liking school. My reason was just like it just felt like a waste of time. Like I spent so much time like in between classes and at lunch and waiting on other students that were idiots. or whatever. I don't know. I just felt like it was such a waste of time, and I was like, I spend it's like 80% of your school day is just sitting there doing nothing. Why can they not make it more efficient?
You have to find ways to have fun. Like for instance, in my computer science class in my senior year. So senior year, for some reason at least in my district of school, I had all of the credits. I just needed one class. So in theory, I could have gone to one class every single day, and then I would have graduated, right? But they made me take an entire day of classes for my senior year. So I had to do, I just had like 6 bullshit classes and then 1 actual class. You know what I mean? So I had a computer science class that was complete bogus. And I would mess with the teacher so much because it was the period right after lunch. And every day I would walk right past the sign that says no food or drink. And I would wait to eat my lunch until that class.
That's so
and I'm
funny.
like, I'm sorry, miss. Oh, I almost said her last name. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, sorry. Won't happen again. And she would be like, it happens every day, Carl. And I'm like, I got you a Minion Funko Pop. Because she was obsessed with Minions for some reason. I don't get it. Did you ever get suspended in school or anything like that?
I'm getting ready for work.
I never got suspended. I went to I had like what is it called, like Sunday
Wait, there's a
school?
teacher here, by the
it
way.
wasn't
Keep in mind,
actually,
the teacher just donated to say that they're here.
Sending lots of love lessons.
It wasn't actually. It wasn't like I don't think it was on a Sunday. I think it was on a Saturday. But it's like Sunday school, like Saturday school, whatever. I got that. I think once, maybe twice. I don't know.
I had
Just for stupid reasons.
From what I recall, I had 2 suspensions. One of them was really funny because in that same computer science class one day, I spent the entire day with my friend. We photoshopped a picture of our principal, but his whole face was just covered in eyes and looked like a spider. And then we printed out like 300 copies and then taped it everywhere in the school. And then the other time I got suspended was because okay, in my opinion in school, I don't think anybody else should care about your grades or should know about your grades because that's none of their business, right? Come on, right?
Yeah.
So my teacher made an example out of me, and she was like, you guys all had the chance to do really good in this test, and Carl, for instance, who usually does good, got like a 40. You know what I mean? And she's like showing it, and I was like so pissed. I was like livid. And so I went to the bathroom, right? Just to like cool off. And while I went to the bathroom, my friend was in the bathroom who was in another class. And this is a real story, and nobody's going to believe it's real, but I promise it's a true story, okay? He was like, oh yeah, I don't want to go to back to class. And I was like, dude, I am not going back to my classroom. You know what I mean? And we had like pretty similar physique. We looked like same height, same everything, same like hairstyle. So I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we went to each other's classes? So we, you know, took off our clothing and swapped them over the stalls.
What?
And then we went to each other's classes with like the hoods on and stuff. You want to know how they found out? They found out because we didn't switch shoes. That's a real story, okay? And then they suspended us because we kept our heads down and sat there. I swear to God, it's so unbelievable. I wouldn't believe it if somebody told me this, but it's a real thing, and they found out because our shoes.
How they noticed with the shoes?
Because a student looked down and was like, "Oh, you're not." And then the classroom that I switched into, like that teacher thought it was funny. The one that my friend moved into, which was the one that was mad at us for the bad grades, obviously she did not think it was funny. So I got suspended, and the other kid didn't get suspended. How crazy is that?
That's so stupid. Yeah, when I went into online school, I just abused the heck out of like the system. Like I was just like I just took every class that I possibly could that was like technology related. And a lot of them like allowed you to get like certified in certain things, and it's like they normally cost like a ton of money to get like the certifications, and it was just like, but if you get it on this, then it's like paid for by the state. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And I did it for like a bunch.
Wow.
That was how I got my first job.
That's kind of sick. You
That's
got your first
actually
job
really
as a
cool.
Minecraft YouTuber.
Well, no.
I'm just kidding.
That's the Zazarovich of Krulova.
I'm gonna tell you something that you probably never would have guessed.
His mind
Okay.
is in my dad's head.
I was in
We don't have time for
ROTC.
this.
Wait, here's my shocked face. Ready? Hold up.
Left, 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 right, right.
What do you mean? Chat, if anybody's surprised in chat, you gotta give me a lap. Take a lap for that
How?
one. Are you
What,
kidding?
You're not surprised?
No, not even a little bit. What?
Really?
Of course.
I thought you would have been surprised.
Really?
And I was in it for 1 year, but still.
It doesn't surprise me either.
Why are you laughing?
Dude,
I thought you would have been surprised. I was like, oh, you'd be shocked.
I used to poke.
I thought that's.
I used to nudge the ROTC kids all the time. All the time, dude. Oh my god. It's classic. Holy cow. Holy
Oh,
cow.
Carl.
What is it? Oh, people aren't American. I don't know if that's a non-American thing, but believe it,
No,
this is the
probably
craziest thing to explain. But ROTC, and I kid you not, is like like the military class in school. I mean, I don't know how to explain it without sounding just
That's
absolutely
I mean, that's-
ridiculous.
That sounds insane when you put it like
It's
that.
like
How do you? How else do you
it is
explain
kind of.
it?
I don't know. It's like yeah. You wear like you wear like military uniforms, and you do like I don't know. It's like it's kind of like military training, but not really. But it's like sort of is. It sort of is.
Yeah. Oh my
definitely
god.
is.
The ROTC kids in my school were always, "How dare you disrespect an ROTC? I'm the future." You know what I mean? You know that. You know that.
I
know
wasn't
that
like that.
rhyme?
Listen, I'll tell you. You're gonna think the reason I went to I guess maybe you'll think, oh, it's so typical of me. The only reason I went to RTC was because I had the teacher that taught ROTC, like that was whatever,
crush on them?
also taught another class, and I really liked them. And I was like, you know what? Screw
that
it.
makes
Like I just
sense.
like this teacher, and so I went into it.
Yeah, I.
It wasn't like I want to go into ROTC. I'm surprised. Okay, then you have to tell me why you're not surprised. That's what you have to tell me.
I guess it's
I
because
think we should get out of here.
I don't know. You give me the vibe that you've at least dabbled in ROTC-ness.
Why?
Am I wrong?
I don't know. Why? Like, is it like seriousness? No, because I'm not even that serious.
You're
no,
not
it can't
serious.
I hate to say it, but it might be because you're white and also footballish. You like football, right? I don't know. For some
yes.
reason, that vibe just kind of makes me think like ROTC, just a little.
I guess. I never would have joined the military. Like, never in a million years I would have joined the military. I
Most
literally
of the
just did it
kids-
because I liked the teacher. That was.
I won't. Obviously, this isn't true about everybody in the military, but a lot of the kids that went to my high school, it was kind of their. I'm peaking. There was a lot
Like
of
their
kids that were very
like their
self-aware.
personality or whatever.
I was gonna say it's two things. In my high school, it was either they were born for it with a rifle in hand, baby. You know what I mean? And then the other ones were literally just they were so self-aware that they didn't care about doing anything in life that they were like, I don't care if I fail out because the military will take me. You know what I mean? And they were just like, do you get what I'm saying? Like it was just like mostly like like a lot of the kids were like. What is the term? Not stoners, just like kind of druggies. You know what I mean? The kids that were like druggies told them like always said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna join the military," and then it was either those people or the exact polar opposite that were like dedicating their lives. They're like, "I won the fishing competition for all things ROTC. We shot them with our rifles, shot the fish out of the water, fish out of water with my rifle."
Fish out of water. Well,
I wasn't in either of those groups.
Maybe not. Maybe
I was in the.
druggies.
I hate all my school's electives, and this is one of them. And it's not. You know. It's not crazy. And I like the teacher.
Dude,
and it's
I
good
love
like
ceramics.
exercise.
Like for instance, a kid that sat next to me every single day in my business entrepreneur class. I tried to move every single day, but we had assigned seating because he was so annoying. Because every single day he'd be like, "Hey man, you got a pinch?" Because he's talking about chewing tobacco. And I was like, hey man, another day, another dollar, still don't have chewing tobacco, still never have and never will, man. I don't know what to tell you. And then he was like, just every single day, hey man, you got a pinch? I could, sorry, that kid was crazy. Anyway, one day we took a pop quiz and he screamed at my teacher and explained to her that she was out of her mind. And then also he just like passed out and like I guess OD'd on drugs that day in the same classroom, and then he woke back up and then he got sent to the principal's office. And that's the kid that I was talking about that was like, I don't even care about this, I'm gonna join the military anyway. So I'm talking about those kids and then ROTC kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Son of Tsar
That's so
Theodore,
funny.
rightful